Short answers, always tired, and when he's home, it's like he's not really here. Lily reached across the table, giving my hand a reassuring squeeze. Work can be a beast. Give it some time. He's probably just stressed. Yeah, maybe. I tried to shake off the feeling of unease. The front door opened, and Alex walked in, looking tired but managing a smile. Hey, love. Hey, Lily. Lily waved. Hey, workaholic. You're missing out on your wife's amazing cooking. Alex chuckled, hanging his coat. I know, I'm the worst. Sorry, babe. Work's just crazy right now. I smiled weakly. It's okay. Dinner's ready. We sat down to eat, but the conversation was forced. Alex seemed a million miles away, lost in his thoughts. After dinner, he excused himself to make some calls for work. I cleaned up, feeling a knot of worry in my stomach. Lily watched me for a moment. Claire, don't let this get to you. He's just busy. It happens. I nodded, not entirely convinced. You're probably right. As I watched Alex talking on the phone from the living room, his expression serious and distant, I couldn't help but wonder if Lily was just trying to keep me from worrying. Little did I know, this was just the beginning. The weeks slipped by, and Alex's late nights became the new normal. It was a cold Tuesday evening, and I was sitting on the couch, staring at my phone. It was almost 10 p.m., and Alex wasn't home yet. My concern was turning into frustration. Just then, my phone buzzed. It was Lily. Hey, Claire, still up? Her voice was light, but I could hear the concern. Yeah, just waiting for Alex. He's late again. My voice sounded more annoyed than I intended. Lily was silent for a moment. Still at work? That's what he says, I replied, my tone skeptical. He's always got some excuse. Busy, meeting, you name it. Have you talked to him about it? I mean, really talked? I sighed, rubbing my temples. I've tried, Lil. It's like talking to a wall. He just brushes it off and says I'm worrying over nothing. There was a pause, and then Lily said, Maybe he's just under a lot of pressure. You know how his job is. I rolled my eyes, even though she couldn't see me. I know, but it's more than that. He's different, distant, and when he does talk, it's like he's annoyed with every question I ask. Look, Claire, don't work yourself up. Stress isn't good for you. Just try to talk to him again. Be direct. Tell him how you feel. Yeah, I'll try. I wasn't convinced it would change anything. When Alex finally came home that night, I was waiting for him in the living room. He looked exhausted, and my heart softened a bit, but I needed answers. Alex, we need to talk, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. He looked surprised, but nodded, sitting down across from me. What's up? It's about these late nights at work and your trips. It's like you're not here even when you are. It's affecting us, our marriage. Alex ran a hand through his hair. Claire, I told you, work is just crazy right now. I'm trying to handle a lot. But that's just it, Alex. It's always work. You've changed. We barely talk, and when we do, it feels like you're miles away. He sighed, frustration evident in his voice. I'm doing this for us, for our future. Can't you see that? I'm under a lot of pressure. I get that, but it feels like you're pushing me away. I miss us, Alex, how we used to be. He stood up abruptly, his expression hardening. I don't have time for this right now, Claire. I'm tired and I have an early morning. And with that, he walked away, leaving me sitting there, feeling more alone than ever. I went to bed that night with a heavy heart, wondering if my marriage was as perfect as I once thought. The constant stress and worry had taken a toll on me. My health, which I'd always taken for granted, betrayed me. A sharp, unyielding pain in my stomach landed me in the hospital. As I lay in the sterile hospital bed, the reality of my situation began to sink in. 2 weeks of white walls, beeping machines, and too many doctors. Lily was my frequent visitor, always trying to lift my spirits. Hey sis, how are you feeling today? Her voice was a mix of concern and forced cheerfulness. I managed a weak smile. Been better, Lil. This place is getting to me. She sat down beside my bed, holding my hand. Alex been by? The question stung. No, he's Busy as always. Lily frowned. That's not right, Claire. He should be here. I looked away, feeling a lump in my throat. I guess his work is more important. There was silence for a moment, and then Lily said firmly, No, Claire, you're important. You're his wife. He should be here for you. Her words were meant to be comforting, but they just made me feel more alone. I turned to face her, my voice barely above a whisper. I don't know what's happening to us, Lil. It's like he's not the man I married. Lily squeezed my hand. Give him time, Claire. Maybe he doesn't know how to handle this. Men can be clueless sometimes. But deep down, I knew it was more than cluelessness. Alex's absence spoke volumes, and the message was clear. I was in this alone. The day I was discharged from the hospital, Lily came to pick me up. Ready to get out of here? She asked, trying to sound upbeat. Yeah, can't wait to see home, I replied, though the thought of returning to an empty house wasn't exactly comforting. As we drove home, Lily kept the conversation light, but my mind was elsewhere. I couldn't shake the feeling of dread about going back to a place that no longer felt like home. When we arrived, Lily helped me settle in. You need anything? Just call me, okay? I'm just a few minutes away. I nodded, feeling a mix of gratitude and sadness. Thanks, Lil. I appreciate it. She gave me a hug, a little tighter than usual. Take care, sis. And remember, I'm here for you. As I watched her leave, the reality of my situation hit me. My marriage was on the brink, and the only person I could rely on was my sister. The feeling of isolation in my own home was overwhelming, and for the first time, I began to accept that my life was changing, and not for the better. Back at home, the silence was deafening. Alex was still at work, or so he said. The house felt neglected, dusty, and unkempt, a stark contrast to the neat home we once shared. I decided to distract myself by cleaning, starting with our bedroom. As I was vacuuming under the bed, something small and shiny caught my eye. It was an earring, a gold one with a red stone. Not mine, definitely. My heart raced as a realization hit me. It looked exactly like the pair Lily wore often. Later that evening, Alex came home. I confronted him, holding the earring out. Alex, what is this? Where did this come from? He glanced at the earring and then at me, his face unreadable. I don't know, Claire. Maybe it's one of yours? It's not mine. I've never seen it before. My voice was firm, but inside I was shaking. He shrugged, avoiding my gaze. Maybe it's Lily's or one of your friends. I don't keep track of your jewelry, Claire. His dismissive tone infuriated me. You think I wouldn't recognize my own sister's earring? Or my friend's, for that matter? Alex's expression hardened. I don't know what you want me to say, Claire. It's just an earring. Maybe it got mixed up in our stuff when we moved in. I knew he was lying. The earring was too distinctive, too familiar. Don't treat me like I'm stupid, Alex. This is Lily's earring. How did it end up under our bed? He sighed, rubbing his forehead. Look, Claire, I'm tired. Can we not do this now? I've had a long day. But I couldn't let it go. No, we're going to talk about this now. This is serious. He looked at me, his eyes cold. I'm not having this conversation, Claire. You're blowing this out of proportion. With that, he walked away, leaving me standing there, the earring